So I wanted to read a little bit more from some of the documents that RattleTrap1776 Derek Johnson had. I mentioned him in a couple other videos about devolution. This is a picture of the front of his book. I have his book, Our Journey Together. So I used it as the background. So I wanted to read a little bit what he said here, but I would encourage people to go and find him, because if you go under his video to more, he has everything downloaded, the documents, he has the exact executive orders that you can look up yourself, but he explains it all. And I think that really the people that would understand this the most would be your military people. Because he understands military law, and that's what it supersedes the Supreme Court, even because the military was in place before any of that. So Executive Order 13818 is human rights abuses 2017 with national emergency. He goes on to talk about the Abraham Accord steps in all the trips that Trump went on, which those are interesting enough if you look at them, because of the praise he was getting from other countries that no other leader has gotten, because other countries want out from under all of this too. Executive Order 1348 specifically says no evidence of a foreign power altering the outcome or voter tabulation in any United States election. So that tells you what played with numbers was people here. I think that's what he's saying. And that would make sense. Trump said the enemy is within. Executive Order 13848, domestic Washington establishment, deep state, cabal, the swamp. From 2017 to March 2020, DJT, Donald John Trump, declared 9 national emergencies, 7 in executive orders. All were unaddressed by Congress. Military meaning military, it's a military operation. And the military operation is to destroy the federal corporation and return us back to reconstitution, to the original Constitution. Then Space Force was established December 2019. And he said in a video, and this, I remember, what's her name, the press secretary for Biden had said this. I remember it was recent too. He's like, what did she say when somebody asked her about Space Force? She said, yeah, we would be open to getting to know Space Force. Well, why don't they know about Space Force? It's federal. She did say that press secretary. Executive Order 13912, March 27th, 2020, was Donald J. Trump's federalizing the National Guard and reserves to active duty because of those unaddressed national emergencies. Biden has extended every single executive order with national emergencies and the 13912 that federalized the National Guard and reserves to active duty. Every executive order has expiration dates. Why did he extend policies that do not align with his? That's so true. I've wondered about that even before listening to this guy. It's like some of the stuff Biden has been signing, it's like it would go against his agenda. So this makes sense then. Let's see. Executive Order 13912 didn't set to expire until March 2022. Why did he extend it to 2021? Extending it in 2022 now makes the National Guard and reserves or active duty until they're active until March 2024. The Space Force has never been altered under Biden's mouth. The Space Force articles have never mentioned Joe Biden. The Army transferred all communications to the Space Force in August 2022 for one command. Who's that commander if Joe has never even mentioned Space Force? Who established the SF? I don't know what SF is. As an I don't know what that is. SF. Maybe somebody knows. Who established the SF as an independent military branch in 2019? 45 did, meaning Trump. The Air Force did not give Biden the traditional ride in D.C. on January 20th, 2021. Guess who the Space Force is a Guess who the Space Force is a department of? The Flyboys, the Air Force. There's multiple documents, pictures on the flight app of Coast Guards on Navy bases and naval helicopters and on Coastal Guard stations. Coast Guard is a Department of Homeland Security during peacetime. They operate under the Navy during times of war. The Marines are a department of the Navy. That makes all military branches operating under military operation. Continuation of government, none of which recognizes Biden as commander-in-chief. In every single National Guard article, Biden has not been mentioned. Only the Secretary of Defense and or the commanders of brigade, battalion, or unit. Biden campaigned that he was going to shut down Gitmo. Why hasn't he? Why has he not revoked Executive Order 13823, which is Donald Trump's executive order that revoked Obama's executive order to shut it down? If he was president, he would have the same powers and authority as every other president. That's true. He hasn't shut it down. In fact, Trump expanded it when he was in office. November 15, 2022, speech by Donald J. Trump full of comms and codes. The pause, quote, we're going what I call the pause. These are, I guess, some quotes by Trump. Oh, he's saying what pause means. So pause means public alert, unregistered, soliciting entities. And then he gives a link to see what that's all about. Quote, this would be Donald J. Trump, I gave Angela Merkel white flag of surrender, which equals Law of War Manual, Chapter 12.4. If he's a civilian and former president, when did she take the Nord Stream 2 deal? July 2021 gave her a white flag of surrender, meaning she gave in. Quote, Nancy Pelosi has been fired. She's on her way to another country right now. Yes, Trump did say that. So this guy says Gitmo, military tribunals. If governors don't want our help, we will insist. I remember Trump saying that too, which equals martial law, National Guard. Quote, we are going to eliminate MS-13 gang street crimes. This is all done under the military. It goes on to talk about the drug problem, how he asked Xi Jinping, how do you not have a drug problem there? And Xi Jinping said, quick trial execution. And then Trump had, this is a quote, we are going to seek execution for drug traffickers. Quick trial, military tribunals. Can't hold it up in the courts with the civilians. Look at what they do now. So the military court is a different court. Pretty soon we're going to put our beautiful flag on the surface of Mars. Okay, so this guy says for Mars means military auxiliary radio system. Interesting. Which equals emergency communications, emergency broadcast system. Quote, I didn't need this. I had a very nice life. You didn't need this, but we love our country, don't we? Which he says equals proving continuity of government. Donald Trump is the commander-in-chief and the face of the military operation. The blueprint and timestamps prove military operations from the start. All one has to do is take the order of those, read and apply. We have it all, we caught them. Yeah, and Trump said all this, we have it all, we caught all of them. All crimes and evidence of will be displayed to the public in full accordance to the law. Derek Johnson, yeah, he's also on Twitter, Telegram, and Rumble. I'll do one more video because he wrote some more stuff even more important than this. He really goes deep into this. So I'll follow this up with one more video.